I have a problem. Sir? Sir. Are you done yet? Nope, you're not done yet. Are you done yet? And he's gone. And he's back over there. And he's over there again. Where is this guy going? He's gone. He's just gone. He stole my dirt and now he's gone. Anyway, he is not my problem. My problem is I have a very big build for this episode and I need a lot of resources for it. I mean, a lot. Can't tell here? We're building ourselves a fully automated storage room with a lot of chests. I need thousands upon thousands of pieces of wood, both oak and spruce. I also need a lot of redstone, a lot of iron. I think the iron, I have got that covered, but I need so much wood. I have been using this tree farm here, but it is still not enough, so we are going to go ahead and we're going to throw ourselves here into a massive material gathering time lapse, both so I can get all the materials for this building, and also so that I can actually put stuff into the storage system once it's all done. Also, my voice right now is hanging on by a thread, so if you don't hear me speaking for the rest of the video, it is because I have lost my voice. And if that ends up being the case, immediately after this montage, we'll just go straight into a building time lapse, and then hopefully by the time I've done the building, my voice will have recovered and I can do a proper tour of it. But it's montage time. That took way longer than I was expecting. It has actually been a few days since I last spoke. A little bit after I recorded that last clip, I ended up completely losing my voice, so that's why there was no video last week. But we are going to continue this on today here. In front of me, we have got the base for where our warehouse is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how we're going to make one of these storage modules, and then I'll go ahead and time-lapse in the rest. I got all this stuff right here. As you can see, this thing is absolutely massive. I should not need any more storage after this point, hopefully, assumingly. We have got all of the resources here. The redstone was actually the most annoying thing to get. I had to do a lot of mining for that. We may have to go ahead and get a redstone farm going if we're going to continue doing things with redstone here in the future. So we're going to start right here with the chest. We're going to be going up 4 layers here. So because of that, we then take our stone, go back to right here. Actually, let's put in the hoppers first. That's probably a better idea. Whoops. Hopper, 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 hopper. And I actually need to get up here. And this, we will put a redstone repeater. And then on top of this, is this going to work? It's not going to work, is it? Nope. We want to put a block right there, and then 3 blocks like this. I believe this is right. And then a block right there. Put a redstone torch right there. Put redstone, redstone, redstone. A comparator facing this way. And a hopper facing this way. And now we just have to go ahead and repeat this about 1,000,000 times that way, loop it around that way, and then we will be done. I also need to put a hopper right on, right on top, and we'll have this line of hoppers going all the way across. This will be how our items actually get into here. So that is one module, all said and done. Now I just have to duplicate it all the way down, like I said. And now you can see why I needed so much iron and so much wood and so much redstone. Now this is a pretty good solid size storage room. We've got lots and lots of storage here. This would probably honestly be enough for everything we need, but I have way more chests here, and we're gonna make a second floor. And with that, our storage system is now complete. Hope you all did enjoy this episode here. I'm just messing around. We are definitely going to go ahead and we are definitely going to put a building over around this before this episode ends. But the base storage system is now technically finished. What is next now is to set up all of the filters. I've decided to go with iron nuggets here because iron is the only thing I have enough of to actually set this up. Nope, I suck. All I have to do is just go ahead and do that to all of these, and then that'll light up, and this will work fantastically. So not only do I have to do this though, but I also have got to go ahead and get, I'm going to say probably at least a stack of every single item that I want to have in here so that it is fully set up before I put the building around it. We have got 260 storage modules, so that means 260 individual items I'm going to have to go ahead and collect. Some of the simple things like cobblestone, dirt, wood, all that stuff, that's going to be immediate. I'm also going to have to decide what it is I actually want to put in the rest of the modules, as I'm not entirely sure. I know for wood, I definitely want to have the planks, the stairs, and the slabs of every single wood variant. Everything else after that, I can ignore. There is a skeleton below me. Also, the entire system is completely connected. Up top is a area where I've got to put one more chest real quick. And then we'll also have a drop-off point where we can go ahead and put our shulkers as well. So everything can flow through here and very nicely. I ended up choosing hoppers because if I went with water, I think it probably would have lagged my world out. So yes, this is a little bit slower, but it will get the job done, and that is what matters most. I also don't have an overflow bin, or don't mess up. I don't have an overflow bin or anything to catch anything that, in case I put something through this that's not actually sorted, I don't actually know where it's going to end up, if I'm being totally honest. I'm not entirely sure on that. But we'll find out once I end up inevitably messing up the entire thing and probably breaking it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just cut to a material gathering montage, or to when this is just all completely finished. Probably that, as we already did one material gathering montage in this episode. So I will see you all once I am actually finally ready to put a building around this thing. I have run into a slight little problem here. I have started going ahead and filling up all of the chests with all of different things. We got all the logs and all the planks, and then I have each stair and slab variant of each. I also have all of our cobblestone, stone, a bunch of that stuff all the way up to here. We got some sand, dirt, we got bricks, we got moss, and then I just have a bunch of empty slots, and I don't know where to put what to put in those. I also have all my gems over here, but I'm not entirely sure what to put in the rest of these things. Like, there's a lot of things I can put in them, I just don't want to put things that are of no use and then I end up running out of space for the stuff that is of use. And I am also running out of time in this episode, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw this into a time lapse. I want to get the building over this done immediately, and then I can just go ahead and I can just break the walls and get in behind the system later on if I need to. And now we have a cow up on that lamppost. We're going to end up with an animal on every single one of these street lamps, aren't we? Anyway, let's go into a time lapse and let's get ourselves a big, beautiful warehouse built up in here. And just like that, we now have our storage warehouse fully completed. This thing is absolutely massive. You want to know how massive it is? When I stand right here, the chests aren't even loading in. It's that big. We've got so much storage. I'm also lagging a little bit here. I think it's trying to load everything. But we have got so much storage. I will go ahead and I will fill it all up in between episodes. I've got a couple of workstations both on the first and second floor. I've got the hoppers nicely hidden away by some spruce trapdoors. And of course right here as well we have our secondary entrance right here. I just have to bring the path up here. We come out here, you can see the building. There's not a whole lot of detail, but it's a very big building and I was kind of struggling with how to detail the walls. Sir, could you be quiet please? I'm trying to talk to the people. Ah, that's where they're spawning. Get out of here. You're interrupting. Anyway, as I was saying, I really struggled with trying to get the details right on this. It's just, there's so much area to fill, and adding in too much texture didn't really seem right. I didn't want to just mix in the oak and stripped oak like I did with the tuff down here. I actually quite like having just the dual bands that go all the way around. And of course I went and I threw a lot of trapdoors all around the place. Trapdoors are my best friend. And a bunch of lanterns as well. I also really like the brick roof with the dark oak in the middle, which you can't really see from down here, obviously. But there you go. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. This thing is gigantic. I still do need to do all the terraforming around it. Of course, I think I'm going to put some like storage containers around here. Not entirely sure how I'm going to connect up to this. I think I'm going to have to redo all of this. I don't really like it anymore. I'm probably going to change it for something else. I have no idea what though. Probably also go ahead and add in a couple of trees here and there, but probably mainly just storage containers. Take these stairs up, and right here we can go ahead and deposit everything in, or just put our shulker boxes right up here, and everything will flow nicely into their areas. At least once I actually go ahead and get all the rest of the filters in. That is going to do it for this episode though. This was a very big project and technically it is still not done. I still do need to, like I said, get all the filters in, actually fill up the storage with everything, which I will do in between episodes. You all don't have to see that. If you all did enjoy this episode and enjoyed this build, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye!